How's it going, guys? My name's Keegan McClellan, and I'm the marketing manager for Cinder. I forgot where I worked for a second. And this is Seth Pickens.
Yo.
He is a Budtender at Cinder North, and he's actually been my friend since 3rd grade.
Yep. That's true. We have known each other since the 3rd grade.
Long time. And this is actually the first time that we will ever smoke weed together.
That is true. This is the first time we've smoked weed together.
So, cheers.
Cheers to that. And we're doing it the new way.
Yeah, doing it with vape pens.
Vape pens.
What do you got?
I'm doing a green crack regulator.
Ooh. I didn't know that they had green crack in the regulators.
They do. We just got in the store the other day, the Northside store where I work. It's a great store.
Shout out Northside.
Shout out Northside. But yeah, we got the green crack. It's really strong. I think it's at 79% THC. It's great. You know, I think regulator is one of the best cartridges on the market, and I love green crack. So
yeah.
So it's a match made in heaven, baby.
yeah. I love the regulators. I think that they are the best price point out there. Especially, it's a pesticide-free oil, and what is it? It's $45 for a gram, or is it 40?
No, you know, our store, the Northside store, carried them for 40, but we just dropped prices from $40 to 36.
Wow.
Yeah. And if you come and see us on a Wednesday, that 36 with 25% off is going to be $27. So
that's insane.
It is a crazy good deal for a full
gram. So I'm smoking on some orange cookies from Bodie High, and it's also a full gram. They just started doing full gram cartridges.
I haven't had one of those yet. I've wanted to try that. I haven't had
it's really good. Yeah, I mean, orange cookies is just so delightful.
Yeah, I like that strain a lot too.
A very nice, chill, mellow strain. I really like it for just hanging out, working, stuff like that.
Sure.
Super great. So what are you, like, are you like a sativa guy, an indica?
You know, I'm a coughing person.
A coughing person. That's the best kind.
I love the cough.
You gotta cough to get off.
You gotta cough to get off, baby. That's what I'm saying. I'm probably like a hybrid guy, I guess, more than anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I like them. I like all. Well, I don't like all strains necessarily, but I like certain strains for certain times. You know, big fan of smoking some like green crack in the morning with coffee.
Yep.
Doing homework, that kind of thing. As my day progresses, I usually progressively add more indica to my marijuana diet, you might say. And by night, honestly, after like 6 o'clock, I'm smoking indica dominant strains exclusively, just because I find myself increasingly sensitive to some sativas that I can't sleep at night by smoking too, like kind of like coffee. I'm the same way with coffee. I won't drink a cup of coffee after 6 p.m. Well, I'm an older guy, you know. It's I get sensitive to that kind of stuff. So I mess up my sleep. So I do. I guess I kind of like all strains, all phenotypes of strains quite a bit, depending on the time of day and the mood.
I think that that's how you're supposed to do it.
I think so too.
If you're trying to go to sleep, you're not gonna want to drink a cup of coffee.
That's me. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You're gonna want to take a nice cup of tea, relaxing tea.
You want yourself some chamomile tea.
Yeah.
Something you can chill out with. You don't want to have yourself a strong glass of Jolt Cola
or
something like that. That's the worst thing to do. Yeah.
I remember Jolt Cola. That was
absolutely
the best stuff.
That was the best stuff. I remember getting as a kid and not liking coffee, and my parents drinking coffee and being like, it's like 3 times the amount of coffee in here. It says it right here. Face. Take that, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, I remember. I remember like one summer, every single day, I'd like go to the local corner store, grab a Jolt, and then I'd play like Quake 2 all day.
Oh,
or not all day, all night long. I'd play Quake 2 all night long.
Oh yeah, Jolt it up, getting on there, sure. So I'd do on PC, I guess then. Right?
Yeah.
What perfect Twitch play. Doing some Jolt Cola, getting to your that's what you want. Sure. So back when you were a kid and you were going to that corner store, since me and Keegan have known since the 3rd grade, I likely know which corner store that was. Which one? Where were you shopping at? Let me guess. Was it? I'm trying to remember where your house was. It wasn't 70 or not the 76. The D1S, was it?
No, it was like the North Food Mart or whatever.
It's the one on Northwest Boulevard, kind of by Brown.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Is it? Yeah, it used to be a gas station, then it was just a gas station ghost for years. Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out, guys.
Shout out, baby.
Thanks for all the Jolt.
Thanks for all the Jolt. If you're still there, I hope you're doing good. You know, that's God bless you.
You know what? My mom goes there all the time for sodas. So.
I'm pretty sure I see your mom like driving for some reason. I'm always like, I think that's Keegan's mom, but she'll be like a lady in a car, and I'll be a guy in a car like, hey, do you see me? And I realize like it's probably insane. So and I might not be her either. So I don't know.
You know what? Next time, just honk. Throw her flip her the bird, and I'll find out. I'll find out if someone flipped her off.
Yeah, that's a great way of doing it. Yeah, I'll like really like she'll know it was me. I'll like get up beside her in the road, maybe run her off for a little bit, just kind of ruffle her feathers a little bit, and then she'll be like, Keegan, oh my God, I just had a horrifying incident today. And you're like, it's my buddy. It's Seth. He used to spend the night.
It's just Seth.
And she'll be like, that's delightful. I love that then.
Don't you remember he came over and he brought Crash Bandicoot Racing?
That's what I did. That's me. That sounds like me. You know what? I don't know if you know this. You introduced me to sour cream.
That's what you said. That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like I never I never heard of sour cream or anything like that. It just wasn't like a thing. Mm-hmm. And we were having burritos. We were having Reeser burritos like you do when you're a little
Shout
kid.
Out Reese's. Bean and cheese burritos.
Bean and cheese, absolutely. But bean and cheese was always the one that never got eaten in the Costco bag, right? It was like beef and bean. Beef and bean kind of sucked too, actually.
See, I only like bean and cheese.
You're crazy. It's like 80 fucking degrees in this room and he only likes bean and cheese. This guy... This bizarro world.
This is if the McBoyles from It's Always Sunny had an office. This is the McBoyle office.
Yes, this is a great room for a tall glass of warm milk. It would be perfect in this room right now.
Nice and hot. We keep it hot in here. We hotbox it, just not with weed.
Not with weed, with temperature.
With the temperature.
With the temperature. But it's good. It's good for the skin. I like it. Was at first like, oh, it's too hot. Now I'm like, oh, it's nice. It's tropical.
It's nice. It's tropical.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes about just like wearing shorts to the office.
Yeah, why not? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. This would be a great office for shorts. That's a good life. A guy that lives in Spokane and keeps his office super hot and then wears shorts to work. It's a good life. That's all right.
I just got to make it from the parking lot into the building.
Oh man, it'll suck that day you're wearing shorts, but you get gunned down by the mafia for some reason.
Yeah.
What a sad turn of events that would be. Not really the shorts' fault, I guess, but still sad.
That would be. They would be like an unsolved mystery would be around that. I'd just be like,
it would be.
Why did he have shorts on?
Yeah, exactly.
What was he doing exactly that made the mafia kill him?
What brought the mafia to Spokane? There's just so many questions to that. Yeah, well, boy, I hope it doesn't happen.
I hope it doesn't happen either.
It'd be a bummer. They'll look at this video and be like, whoa. I'm in the mafia is actually what this video is, what the surprise is.
The secret's out.
Secret's out on me. Oh, this isn't going to go on the internet or anything, is it?
No, not at all.
Okay,
it will not be on the internet.
That is, okay, perfect. Then we're good.
It would be terrible to have videos of yourself smoking weed on the internet.
Oh, yeah, you would want to do that. This is federally illegal.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have read the news lately or
no.
anything. But
I don't like drugs at all.
They're no good for you. They're no good for you.
That's why I smoke weed.
That's why I smoke weed, and we do it the I worry the douchey way. I think it's the best. I'm sorry that I said that because I don't want to put forth that idea that using cartridges are somehow less than because they're good and they're wonderful. But I do worry that I'm like just hitting my vape pen and I'm like, wait a minute, am I hitting vape pens? There's nothing wrong with hitting vape pens either. It's just. Boy, I'm digging a hole on this one, Keegan. Get me out of here, buddy.
Man, I love cartridges. I think cartridges are the best thing that's happened to marijuana. Just like, you just sit there and you can just hang out. No one knows you're smoking weed.
No one knows you're smoking weed.
It doesn't smell bad.
It's like, it is really nice, too. Like, if you live in like an apartment and things like that, too, where you don't want your neighbors to be upset. Not that you should be breaking any laws or anything like that. If your apartment has rules, it's got rules. But, boy, oh boy, this shit sure is discreet.
Yeah.
It just goes right away. I don't know. It's nice. It's nice for getting around, too. You know? Now, if you should travel with these, it'll probably be a bad idea.
Don't
do that.
Don't do that.
But they're pretty good.
They are very discreet. Perfect for no one knowing that you're smoking if you are outside.
Yeah.
Not that you should do that.
It's nice, too, if you're like... maybe going for a hike and you don't want to carry a bunch of stuff. You don't want to have a bag of pot or a jar of pot these days and your pipe and lighter and shit like that. These things weigh nothing. That's actually the problem with them. They weigh so little, I fucking lose this thing all the goddamn time. It's great. I want to, like, put a bell on it or something like that. Or, I don't know. But you know what we should do? We should get, like, tracking devices in here. How hard would that be?
That's what I tell my girlfriend all the time. I'm like, I want to put those, like, little... The little clicker things where you press in and make a little sound.
See, that's all you need. A little sound right there. You don't even need to have a tracking device. It just gives you a little beep. Bloop, 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 bloop.
You're good.
You're good to go.
You got your weed.
You got your little pen.
You got your little pen.
And guess where it is? It's under your butt.
Under your butt.
That's where it is for me.
That's usually where it is. Yeah.
You're sitting on it. Don't be weird. You're just sitting. You're just sitting on it. That's what happens to me.
That's what always happens.
I'm playing the video games. I do it for like 15 minutes and I forget it's there. Then I sit up, and I have to pick it up and then I use it again.
Yeah. I'll always ask my girlfriend and be like, "Where's my pen at?"
Yeah.
She's like, "I don't know. Maybe you should stand up. Look around."
It's not underneath me, babe.
Yeah. Come on, babe. It's not underneath me.
Yeah.
God, I would know.
Yeah. I'm like trying right now. And then you set it. Then you stand up, right?
Then you stand up, and it's always there.
Mocking you.
I call it gypsy magic. I think my girlfriend just actually is a black magic practitioner.
Dude, that makes a lot of sense. Well, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. These days,
that's what I think.
These days, you don't even know. There's so much black magic out there.
You never know what's happening, and it's not gypsy black magic. I apologize. It's Roma.
Oh, there you go.
They're the Roma now.
Yeah.
Spokane has a long history with the Roma.
No shaming to black magicine.
No.
Just saying, if you're not, you don't know the arts, you gotta be careful. You don't want to get
careful.
You want to get a hex on you, something like that.
Expelliarmus!
Expelliarmus.
What if I actually practice black magic? You might be dead.
Is that what that does? Is that what that does?
I think so. Isn't that from Harry Potter?
I don't know. I've actually not read nor seen Harry Potter. I know. Because I'm dumb. Because I'm a dumb person.
Well, see, I've never read them, but how did you escape not seeing any of the videos?
That's actually kind of a, what's funny, I just said that to you? It's kind of a lie in both fronts, a little bit.
I've actually read all of them. I have a Harry Potter tattoo.
I have a Harry Potter tattoo. I've seen all the movies, the best movies ever made. No, I saw the first movie in high school with a young life group, which is a thing in my high school, also at Keegan's high school, and, I was like, cool, you know what I mean? And for some reason I decided that this is dumb, and was like, this is dumb, that's bad special effects, this isn't cool. And just was like, took a young man stand on it, which is of course inaccurate, and I didn't see him after that. I just stopped doing it. Yeah. And I did the same thing with the books as a kid. My grandma bought me the first one that came out. The first book must have came out when we were in the 6th grade or something like that. Read a little bit of it, but then I was like, well, this isn't Goosebumps, so I'm going to stop. And was like, Grandma, this isn't, I don't like it that much. I don't think it's going to be that, I don't care. And then it became the biggest thing. And rightfully so. Yeah. But nonetheless, I missed it.
Goosebumps or get the fuck out.
Goosebumps or get the fuck out. Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Maybe a Fear Street in there sometime. Yeah.
I guess I didn't really care about Harry Potter until a girl invited me to come over and watch it with her.
Sure.
And then at that point, I was like, I fucking love Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, that'll do it. You'll live your whole life man, the Beatles are legit overrated. They're done with it. You fall in love, and you're like, I love her, and now I love the Beatles. Yeah. I learned I was wrong, and it's true. That's just how life can be like that.
What's interesting is I didn't fully understand We All Live in a Yellow Submarine, and I remember friends in high school being like, once you do drugs, you'll figure it out.
Oh,
and I was just like, okay, whatever. And then I tried marijuana, and I heard that song, and I was just like, we all do live in a yellow submarine.
I can see that. Sure, I kind of had a similar thing happen with that in the song "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds." I heard that the first time I was on pot. Yeah, and it blew my goddamn mind. It's one of those songs where things stop, and I was like, boom, boom, Lucy in the, and I remember just being like, bah! It washed over me, and being like, oh, I get this song now. I needed that extra element to make me really appreciate the song.
Yeah.
So the Beatles are right, man. The Beatles are excellent.
They are. They're very good. Shout out to the Beatles.
Hey guys, if you haven't heard of this little band called the Beatles,
let me tell you what.
They got a couple good albums.
There's this guy. His name's John Lennon.
Oh, buddy.
He's an unknown singer-songwriter.
Still waiting on a comeback from him, Fingers crossed.
Someday he's going to release another album. Maybe he'll team up with Paul McCartney. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
It would be even cooler if he teamed up with George Harrison.
Ooh. And then, you know what else they should have? They should have Ringo Starr in.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Actually, no, they shouldn't.
They shouldn't do that. They shouldn't do that. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. And I just like the idea of Ghost John Lennon and George Harrison starting a band again together. Where's that album at, guys? Come on.
I want to see
What's
that.
up, studios? Get it together. We can't get that. We got $1 billion. We can't make that.
I want to see that with like Gandhi as lead vocals.
Oh yeah, John Lennon, George Harrison, and Gandhi together again, the way it's supposed to be.
The way it was supposed to be. The way God intended.
The way God. That's the kind of thing God's gonna be like, hey, you did it. That's just that's how I thought it was gonna look out in my head. Dig it. Hey, also we should say, shout out to God. Way to go, God.
Good job.
Way to make it all. Doing great.
You really figured sharks out. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about sharks. Way to do sharks. They're cool. I mean, like, they're truly the scare. There's nothing more horrifying than a shark when you think about it, though. Like, legitimate. Like, they're monsters. That, like, we have this beautiful water, right?
Uh-huh.
And in that water, there's just monsters that are like, I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna bite you. Like they're like the cops of the ocean. They're like, you think you're safe? Now you got a shark behind you, and you're like, fuck, is that a shark? Oh yeah, no, it's getting me. It's just like a cop. It's like driving around and cops. Shout out to cops. Don't bite me, cops.
Don't bite us.
Don't bite us. You know, I'm not afraid to say it. I don't want to get political on this thing, but I don't want to be bit by any police officers.
I don't want to be bit by a police officer either.
Yeah.
I feel like we should run on a platform for that.
No biting on cops. Also, no biting cops.
Yeah, don't bite cops.
It's a two-way road. That's how you understand it. Be like cops, like you can bite me, but I can't bite you. Horse shit, you know. And I don't want that world either. That's not my America.
Yeah, I do not want to be bit by a cop, so therefore do not bite cops.
Mm-hmm. That's a perfect policy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a perfect policy.
That's how I feel.
Oh, bro, that's how I feel too. That's why we talk, because we agree about these things.
That's what I like about you.
That's what I like
Ever
about
since
you.
third grade, Miss Higgins.
Was that who it was?
Wasn't it Mrs. Higgins?
I thought it was Mrs. Waddell.
Wasn't she fourth grade?
She might have been. No, you know what? We might not have just had third grade together. We've known each other since third grade. We possibly weren't even in third grade together.
That's true.
I think I had Mrs. Pearson for third grade. You know what? Let's count them up. Kindergarten. Can't remember. It was not from this school. First grade. Also, was in the same school. Can't remember. Second grade. Here we go. Now I'm at Brown, which is the elementary school we went to.
Yep.
And it was Mrs. Burr. Shout out to Mrs. Burr.
I had Mrs. Moore.
Okay, I remember that teacher name. Sure. Or I'm thinking of the high school teacher name, Mrs. Moore. Third grade, I definitely had Pearson. Fourth grade was definitely Waddell. That's correct.
There we go. We knew each other in Waddell.
Yep.
So
middle school, Glover.
Middle school was Glover.
Yep.
Then we did Shadle.
Probably the most popular, well-known kids that ever went through those halls. They were always like, Mark Rippon was a big deal. Seth and Keeger.
I guarantee you that Mark Rippon never streaked through the halls in 9th grade.
Yeah, that is true. Did I do that too?
You did.
We
did it to Blink 182. What's my age again?
Oh, that's right. Of course we did. We really liked Blink 182 in the 9th grade. Holy shit. Yeah. Holy shit. How much do you like Blink 182 when it is, I guess, 2001 and you're in the 9th grade?
9th grade, 2001.
The answer's a lot. You love it.
You love it. That's your life right there.
It really was, man. It's funny. I listen to some of their music now, and it's so designed for that group. You know? It's all like, you know, you're a dude, you love to jerk it. She's a chick, she doesn't get it. Like, that's all the songs were. And you were just like, these guys fucking get it, man. Yeah. Oh, man, these guys really get it. Yeah, I love Blink-182. Shout out Blink-182.
Shout out Blink-182.
I hear Tom DeLonge's not doing great. So, you know, or he's really got it figured out, actually. Might be the case.
Yeah. Did you see him when they came last?
I did not.
Oh, man, I saw it.
Did you? How was it?
Yeah, it was, you've seen Blink-182 live before,
I have not.
Right?
I have seen them live on television, and I always thought, oh, they don't sound the same. That's funny.
Yeah, no, Blink-182 is probably one of the worst bands I've ever seen live.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But it used to be just, they would tell jokes the entire time, so you didn't even care.
That's what
I liked about them.
That's what you liked about them, absolutely.
You felt relatable.
They just seemed so funny. They just seemed so fucking funny and cool. Like, they seemed very relatable as kids. Like, they were like the big brother you wanted to be like or something. And it was like Southern California, which seems cool. It's like skateboarding and like beachside. It just seemed like all that. Yeah,
9th grade, all I wanted to do was just live in Southern California and go to punk rock shows.
Let's go to punk rock shows,
Eat burritos.
Eat burritos. It's funny, without the other parts of it, I do eat a shit ton of burritos, so in that sense...
I did live that life. I've eaten a lot of burritos.
I did and do live that life. I can't tell you how much Well, I can. Very
a lot?
All
you should talk to Ellie about
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's why? Is this a bad or something?
We're going to cut this
No!
But we'll beep it. We will beep it.
Okay, yeah.
So we're not going to let you know.
Nameless.
We're not going to let you know what the name is. So
they're going to figure it out though from just the food type we've talked about.
So
oh boy, I'm playing with fire.
So Ellie found a heart.
Wait,
in her carne asada burrito from the place that shall not be named that you go to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A heart in a carne asada burrito, and the heart was about like that size.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, sure.
I mean, like, how big is a cow's heart? Do you think?
Oh, a lot bigger.
A lot bigger than that.
That was a chicken heart or something like that.
That was like a cat heart.
No, it was not a cat heart.
That was a cat heart.
You know what? I am not. Even if that was a heart, I'm not that bothered by that. I don't think it was a cat heart.
She still has the photo. Go see it. When we're done here, you're gonna go look at it.
Okay, believe it, I will. And the place we're talking about, I mean, like, here's the thing. Here's what I think happened there. I think that isn't necessarily heart. It might be a part of some heart. It might be part of some heart. By the way, me and Keegan have started a band. We're called Part of Some Heart.
Part of Some Heart.
We'll be you'll see us at your house. We're playing only in your house. I think that's some organ meat of some sort from the animal or another animal that they're using in some regard that got knocked into that saucy mix where they pull their meats from with like those like metal spoons. I think that's what that is, and I'm not.
It doesn't deter you, huh?
I mean, if it's what you say it is, and it's a cat heart, absolutely, that would be very upsetting. That there would be a cat heart was around and got into their cat heart, which is very upsetting in its own right. Like, why would they bring a cat heart? Why would any of that be there? That's awful. Mm-hmm. But the obvious implication is that they're just serving cat would be what that would be. That's what that is. And I don't think that's the case. It would sure be terrible to find out as well. I think it's just other heart, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, I can be. It's other heart. It's heart from an animal that I'm already eating part of in some respect.
Part of it.
I mean, part of it. Might as well give me some of the heart. That's like, I mean, a lot of like those like real authentic places, like organ meat is a part. Like, I mean, you can even, I'm saying part and heart a lot in the last few minutes. So
it's a tongue twister.
It's a real tongue twister, that one, part and heart. But I'm cool with that. A guy like lengua and shit like that. I don't know. You ever go like those like Korean soup places where they have like lots of organ meat in it?
No.
Oh, we should go sometime.
Yeah.
We should do that sometime.
I don't want to eat organ meat.
Oh, we should do that sometime. You'll like it. It's crazy. Some of them's a lot better than others. The intestine is a little rough, man, because when you're eating intestine, you remember what that organ does all the time.
Right.
And like, you know, that taste kind of lingers there a little bit. And then you think about that and you're like, oh yeah, okay, so I'm pretty much eating shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm eating a little bit of shit of it. But, you know, it's cool. You know, it's cool. You should try that kind of thing, I think.
Have you ever had haggis before?
I have not had haggis, but I would. Have you?
I've had haggis.
How was it?
I mean, it tasted about like the name sounds.
Haggis, I had it. Sorry. That's not even good. I apologize. I'm going to kill myself in like 15 minutes. Don't even worry about it. How was it, though? And where were you? Where would you get haggis at?
I worked for KHQ as a photojournalist. So I was with my reporter for the Highland Games. And it was a Saturday morning live shot, and they had haggis. And my reporter tried it, and I tried it.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, I'm happy that I tried something from my home.
Yeah.
The home world or whatever.
Yeah.
The home country, as it were. But,
Scotland.
Yeah, Scotland, yeah.
Do you hail from Scotland?
McClung. McClung Scottish.
That's
I'm
right.
a Greek Scot, so.
Oh, you're a Greek Scot. Of course, you got those Greek features, of course.
Yeah.
Just dark eyes and dark hair.
But anyways, I tried it just because it was Scottish. And I was like, I've always heard about it. It was not good. No. I mean, like when you opened up, like the container, and it's like immediately a swarm of flies out of nowhere were on it.
Ooh, that is not what you want.
No,
that is. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I feel like the people from Haggis are like, you know. Not always bugs are involved. Sometimes
bugs don't always just mysteriously appear.
That's not the best, you know, situation for it. That it tastes like. So what? Haggis is food cooked in like a stomach,
so
right?
It's lamb heart, liver,
So it's all...
And, yeah, it's a bunch of organs cooked inside of an intestine.
Okay. Okay.
And it was, I mean...
An intestine?
Yeah.
No, that is a little much. I mean, that's like sausages, though. I mean, that's
yeah, I mean, yeah. That's true.
It's a big, like, it'd probably be a big swell.
Yeah, it was just like a big, yeah. It was like a
toast.
Yeah, you could probably put it...
Is that how they did it? How did you see it with a spoon?
I just ate it with a spoon, but yeah.
Sure. It doesn't sound that good.
No.
I wouldn't want to necessarily eat that, but it's cool. I always want to try that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Any stand there. I had chopped liver for the first time.
Yeah.
Last weekend.
That?
It's pretty good.
Really?
Pretty good. I went to this place with my uncle and my aunt. My uncle's Jewish, and he lives in Bellevue, and we went to Bergman's Deli, the only Jewish deli in Factoria that I'm aware of, and it's hilarious too because it's in the middle of this extremely corporate like strip mall. And I don't mean to sound corporate, like, you know, kind of like a douche or anything like that, but, like, there's, like, a Chili's or an Applebee's inside that has a patio that's inside the mall, but it's, like, an out patio with, like, even, like, umbrellas.
Right, I know what you're talking
about. It's completely in the mall, you know, it's
weird.
Inside
the mall, yeah.
It's just weird, but in the middle of that place, there is this deli that has, like, a crazy, like, big selection of, like, kind of traditional Jewish foods, or, I don't know, with Factoria's idea of that, at least. And a big thing they do there is chopped liver and, like, pastrami or corned beef, and I got a corned beef and chopped liver sandwich. It was pretty good.
Nice.
I'd do it again.
Nice.
I'm glad I tried it.
Were you high for it?
Yeah. Well, you know how it is. That's the thing with these pens. They keep you where you want to be. So absolutely. I was high for it, and it made it all the better. I was glad I was.
Yeah.
It was the texture was a little much to get through.
Right.
You know how liver is. It's like gritty.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. That was a perfect way to describe haggis.
Got a gritty. Well, yeah. I mean, heart and liver.
Heart and liver. Yeah.
Yeah. That does sound gross. This whole thing came from. Fuck. Having cat
scratch
fever.
You know what? This is a YouTube video about learning about weed. Mm-hmm. So when was the first time that you smoked weed that you can talk about? Weed?
I mean, yeah, I was probably in high school. It was always it always felt pretty natural.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it never felt like that big of a deal. It always was like, oh, that's cool. And I remember like thinking, like I remember seeing like half baked when I was a kid, and never like smoking pot or anything like that, and being like, whoa, that's funny. Is it gonna be like that? And in many ways, those movies are kind of right, but in many ways, of course, they're not.
Right.
And like, it always just felt more like just very comfortable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. When did you first smoke pot?
I didn't smoke pot until I was in college.
I was gonna say in high school I was smoking pot, and you definitely weren't smoking pot. Yeah.
I was anti-marijuana because
That's right.
I only knew like one stoner kid that you knew smoked weed, and like I just did not get along with that kid.
Yeah.
At all. So I was just like, it's the fucking weed, man.
Totally.
But it's so weird to think about that, and then it's like, I got along great with you.
Totally. Well, it's because that dude, and dudes like that dude, people like that, people that sometimes they get, like, attributed to that, and it's that's not even about the personality you get along with, but especially back in that, like, age 2 in, like, the 90s, it was still, like, that potheads are like shitty. So that dude that you get along with that's shitty, it's like this is a pothead, and you didn't get along with that dude because he's shitty. It wasn't even the pothead thing about it. You know what I mean?
He's just a lame dude.
That's exactly, just a lame dude. But yeah,
I remember smoking weed for the first time, and then like I had the most amazing time that first time. It was just so great, and then like I remember the next day just being like, so I didn't kill anyone. you know, it's like
so everything was fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. I didn't go about any crazy thing or anything like that. Like I threw up because I was also drunk. But that was like the worst part.
I'm pretty sure the first time I smoked pot, I threw up as well, just because I would just cough to the point I would make myself vomit, and the people I would be with would always be like really put off by it, because I would be like, "Well, give me a second," and cough to the point that I would make myself vomit, and they would be like, "You're not supposed to do that when you smoke pot," and I'm like, "I do," and then I would be like, a young kid getting high, and be like, "And I'm baked, so it's working," But you were drunk the first time.
I was super drunk, and they were actually trying to tell me that like you don't want to be drunk your first time.
Sure.
And I was like, no.
I
want to try.
That is, I bet a lot of people would say something pretty similar to that. They're drunk and they're like, "Come at me with it, bro."
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I remember being like, "What? I've only had 4 beers." And then you're like, I mean, I got really high. It was good weed that first time.
Yeah. The first time I smoked pot, I got getting really high as well. Always people say like, I didn't even get high.
Yeah.
I got fucking baked.
But that was the highest I've ever been.
Probably the same for me.
Like, it felt like I was tripping through time almost.
Oh, yeah. Those were the days when you'll get high. Oh, boy, this sounds ridiculous. But you'll get high, and you'll just be like, and you just feel like you're moving through the galaxy. Yeah. That doesn't happen anymore.
Now we have these pins. Yeah. You've ruined the tolerance.
We've completely ruined it, and now we're just like, I just feel great. I never feel like flying through the sky.
Yeah, now it's just, I don't have crazy anxiety or feel like the world's crushing in around me.
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel relaxed and I didn't have to have a drink to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Calorie free?
Calorie free, absolutely. That's my kind of edibles, man. I'm like into capsules and things like that. I like edibles enough, but like sometimes they throw so much other stuff and you don't want. And I'm a burly guy, you know what I mean? I'm trying to watch that calorie intake.
Yeah.
Those capsules where it's just the THC and the coconut oil and the edible, pop 3 of those.
Good to go.
They're
cheap too.
That's
what I think is crazy.
They're a crazy good deal. You can get those on Thursday, 15% off.
Thursday.
Northside store, $12.75. Crazy deal.
For 100?
100 milligrams.
100 milligrams.
10 pills.
10 pills, 100 milligrams. Thirsty Thursday, Cinder North.
Baby.
See Seth or whoever's working that day.
They're all
good.
Yeah. They're all great.
All great.
Some real nice coworkers. Some real nice folks working at Cinder North. You're gonna go there. You're gonna be treated with style.
That's my Cinder. When I'm home.
When you're home. Yeah, it's true. We keep getting it all the time. Absolutely. Yeah, you like
that's
that.
A transition right there.
That's how we'll do it. There you go, man. Vape pen right under
vape pen's under the butt.
They go to they love it there. Vape pens, much like a pet, they want to go to a warm spot. That's also where your pet's at.
That's because you have a puppy. And
not no more.
He's
still alive. He's just not a puppy.
He's a French bully though.
He's a French bulldog pug mix.
And I have an English bulldog, and he has to be under the blankets. In between my legs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if it's 100 degrees out. He has to be there.
Moose is there every single night. Absolutely. Between, under the blankets, ruining intimacy. That is what he is there to do.
Yep.
That is his thing. And it wouldn't have any other way. It's our fault, too. He's so adorable. When we got him, we would just... Like, you couldn't not have him in bed. You're like, I want to fucking sleep with him. Adorable. And then he's like a fart machine, 4 years later.
Yeah.
And you're just like getting blasted with farts at night. And you're like, get out of here. And he's like, I don't know how to not sleep here, man. I've only been there. And you're stuck with it. That's just how it goes.
Yeah. My dog makes the most horrific shrieking noise if he can't get into bed.
Oh. If you got a big boy, he probably has a hard time getting up there, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, now that he's older, because he's almost 8 now.
Sure.
And so...
That's not what Moose is. Moose will be 8 this summer.
It's a great age. They're nice and chill.
Great to be 8.
Great to be 8.
Shout out to 8.
Shout out 8-year-old bulldogs. French, English, American.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, absolutely. But if you're not a bulldog... No shout out.
No shout out. You're a good boy.
You're a good boy now. You're a good boy.
You're a good boy.
You're a good boy.
But yeah, just like, he'll just stand there. Like, he can get up there. Because I've seen him get up there. If I'm home, he'll get off the bed and then eventually he'll end up back in there. So he can get up there.
Sure.
He'll just sit up there and just like have his paws up and just his head over and just go. Sounds exactly like that. And it gets even worse.
I believe it. Because you can really mimic those sounds from your animals. Like you hear them so much they become like a part of you. Right?
Yeah.
But it gets worse though, huh?
Oh yeah, it gets worse. So you have to let him off, and it's just like, come on, man. Like for real, you could help yourself up here at any point.
What do you think about getting one of those like dog step deals?
I tried. He won't do it.
It's like, meow.
Yep, won't do it.
Snarf, snarf.
Snarf, snarf, snarf.
Snarf, snarf, snarf. That's funny.
Yeah.
What's your dog's name?
His name is Cujo.
Oh, that's a badass name for a dog.
I like Moose, though.
Yeah.
That one to me is fun.
We thought it's fun, too, and now we've run into... Everybody's like, your dog's name Moose? My dog's name's Moose. And we're like, that's cool. Fuck.
That's a popular name now.
Very popular name. In Frasier, the Jack Russell Terrier? Name Moose.
Really?
Oh,
okay.
I think Eddie was his name in the show.
Okay.
You watch Frasier much as a kid?
No.
Nah?
I was going to say, I don't remember his name being Moose, though.
It's not, yeah. It was definitely Eddie in the show, but his name in real life, fun fact, is Moose.
Shout out Moose.
Shout out Moose. Not my dog. The dead Jack Russell Terrier.
Dead Jack Russell. Shout out to dead Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah, the dead Jack Russells everywhere. Shout out to you. You guys got it.
So, what are some of your favorite brands right now?
Oh man, GLW. I can't say it like for just flower. I can't say enough good things about that company. Their product just looks so fantastic, and you talk to people that work there, and they're also excited about it as well. Yeah. Those guys are fantastic. Virginia company, that's another one. Those guys, so great. God, so many others. Kudu, those guys are awesome.
Virginia,
regular. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say Virginia company they definitely live by their motto of consistent.
Oh, man.
I mean, every time I get an eighth from them, it's exactly how I remember that eighth.
Sure. Have you had their Amnesia Haze?
Yes, it's super good.
I was blown away by it. I was blown away by it. So awesome.
Yeah, Jake from downtown had recommended it too.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. I love those dudes. What about you? What are your Virginia company?
Yeah, I love Virginia company. Bodhi High is my favorite. Have you tried their flower yet?
I have tried their flower.
I really like their flower.
I like their pre-rolls too. They do really good pre-rolls.
They do a great pre-roll, great cartridges. I like their the high terpene ones the most, but it's like,
oh yeah, those are so
mean,
awesome.
like, you just go through them so fast because you open that airflow up all the way, and you're just like, this tastes like candy.
It tastes. I mean, they're the best tasting cartridges I've ever had. They're so smooth, absolutely. You don't want to stop using.
Yeah, that ACDC is my favorite ACDC.
Well, those CBD carts are just so sweet too. They're so nice. I never really used CBD strains until I started working at Cinder, and man, CBD is fantastic. I always worry. I never want to say too much about it because I want people should really do the research on CBD. Yeah. There's so much fascinating things out there, but there's a lot of information too, so you should kind of look at it closely. But for me, I've been just getting a lot of satisfaction out of using it for a lot of different reasons. Just the general just kind of unease. You don't necessarily want to be stoned. You just want to be a little bit more easy and a little bit more comfortable. Yeah. Boy, it's great for that. Yeah, CBD is wonderful. And some of the customers come in and say such insanely positive things about what CBD is doing for them. It's fantastic.
It's great. I flew to Hawaii for a vacation with my girlfriend, and she is terrified of flying. And I gave her a couple of just one of the 20-to-1 CBD Zoot Rocks. I mean, she was a champ. Oh, absolutely. And then on the way back, we didn't have anything because I didn't bring anything, and she was, freaked out the whole time.
You had a controlled experiment.
It was just you could see going there. She was totally fine. She's like, flying's not that bad.
Yeah.
On the way back, just.
Because they put you at ease. Yeah. And flying's fucking terrifying. It's insane.
Especially over just an ocean for 5 hours.
Yeah. Me and my girlfriend went to Europe once, and you're just you're over fucking the ocean.
Yeah.
And I started thinking we're just honestly, you're just as far from Hawaii as you are from Europe. You know what I mean, to the East Coast. But still, you just think, my God, if we fall, we're right in the middle of the ocean, guys.
It's gonna be a while before rescue comes.
It's not coming. Maybe we're close to Greenland. I guess I don't know.
Let's hope the Greenland people come.
Let's hope those Greenlandies. What do you say?
Yeah, what
is a Greenlander? I can probably guess a Greenlander probably is what they are.
Greenlander.
Tell me, Greenlander.
Greenlander. There can be only one.
One Greenlander. We're a pretty big country. Are you sure? We're I think it's actually a pretty small population for the size. And they'll be like, you got us there.
There's really only one.
It's cold as fuck in Greenland, if I'm not mistaken. I went to Iceland a couple years ago.
How was that?
It was cool, and they're always like, hey, you know what, dude? Fuck Greenland. Which I thought was unusual.
What did Greenland do to him?
I don't know. I didn't get to Greenland. I couldn't ask him. Man. So, yeah. But each and every person I talked to would be like, g'day, mate. I don't know. I can't do their accent. I don't know what it sounds like, so I guess it's Australian.
Stupid Americans.
Yeah, I was like, and I'll tell them that too when I was there. I was like, oh, you guys sound like Australians. And they'll be like, well, that's absurd. They sound nothing like Australians. And I'll be like, yeah, Australians. And that sucked. They hated me. None of that's true. I don't know why I like that. But I did go to Iceland, and it was lovely, and they didn't seem to have any problem with Greenland. But I remember as a kid always hearing well, Greenland, is actually pretty icy.
Yeah.
In Iceland, it's got a lot of grain. I've always been like, oh, that's cool. I wonder if it's like that.
It was because of the Mighty Ducks.
Is that true? Is that where I get that from?
Uh-huh.
That's probably accurate.
When we were kids.
Yeah.
The Mighty Ducks 2 came out. They have the bad guys was Iceland.
That's right. That's true. And you know what? I believe that. Creepy kids coming from a country that are good at like sports on ice. Iceland. That's perfect. That's good. That's good storytelling right there.
Yep.
Oh. But what's your favorite Mighty Ducks?
Ooh. Man. 1 is such a classic, but I think 2 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Because it adds in the Smash Brothers and I forget what his name is, but is it Keenan?
I don't even know.
Keenan and Kel, do you remember?
Oh, yeah, Keenan's in it.
Yeah, Keenan, it brings in Keenan.
Keenan, shout out to Keenan,
Shout out Keenan, man.
Keenan, what a career. Keenan has been doing sketch comedy his entire life.
Yeah.
Well, that Mighty Ducks, heavyweights, and sketch comedy for his entire life.
Mm-hmm. Heavyweights.
So,
that's a movie there.
Oh, what a classic.
I watched it not too long ago,
and
I was just like, man, I wonder if it's as good as I remember. It's as good.
Yeah, it's kind of better. It's weird, though, how it's not really a kid's movie or really an adult PG-13 comedy. It's one of those weird kind of 90s hybrids where it's a little bit both. And for a kid, it made it feel edgy, and I just fucking loved the shit out of Heavyweight so much. Yeah. And they're chubby. It's like chubby kid. Mm-hmm. Chubby kids on TV.
I was a super fat kid.
Yeah. I mean, you were a super chubby kid. I just mean, I know I was also chubby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just man, Heavyweight. And Ben Stiller is just
so
phenomenal.
So funny. Oh my god. Look, just canceled. Hustle.
Yeah. I love the part. I love the part when he's like, all right, get onto the scale. Kid steps on, immediately tips up. Get off the scale.
Yeah. Doesn't he like punch one of the kids in the stomach in one of those? He at one point he's like, "Get out of here," or something like that. That's one of those great comedies where the villain kind of engages in child abuse at some points because he totally he endangers. He goes to that cliff. I feel like he punches a kid. I don't know why. I saw the movie like 2 years ago. I feel like there was a scene where he punches a kid in the stomach. Does he punch? He does. No, you know what it is? He punches Keenan. If I'm not mistaken, he punches Keenan Thompson in the butt. Or somebody, no, it's not Ben Stiller. It's the evil camp counselor. Somehow he gets farted in the face.
That's right.
And he punches somebody in the butt.
Yeah.
So a kid gets punched in the butt in a thing. Which you shouldn't do. You shouldn't punch kids in the butt.
Yeah, it was the one kid that was always...
the Italian kid?
Yeah, the Italian kid.
Kid from New York.
Mm-hmm.
That kid's cool as shit. He was like the badass of the group.
I think he's skinny now.
I think he is skinny too.
Fucking bastards.
I hate
traitors.
I hate those fucking skinnies. They're so stupid.
I don't trust them.
Who's that one? Josh and Drake. Both those guys are buff now. The skinny one is like a professional bodybuilder now or something like that, which looks weird. But he's inappropriately buff. You know what I mean?
It's like Carrot Top when you look at Carrot Top.
Yeah, well, Carrot Top's a whole story. I'm not trying to shame anybody else's body or anything like that, but Carrot Top was fucking crazy. He's taking steroids or something, right? It's crazy looking. His face is all bigger than it should be too. His shoulders moved out and his head's we're moving out too, man. Yeah, he's got a crazy build. What a path that guy's career's been. Carrot Top. Where's that? Man, there's a Carrot Top movie coming. We don't even know. Carrot Top's
the comeback.
He's buff like that because he has to defend himself from something. We don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, if I got made fun of that much, I'd get buff too. And say it to my face, bro.
But he's also one of those guys that's been made fun of so much because he's been famous for a really long time. He's kind of almost like Dane Cook or somebody. Everyone makes fun of him, but he's made fun of because they're so successful too, and they still retain some of that success. I'm sure Carrot Top's selling, I don't know, Vegas shows, whatever people.
I guarantee you, Carrot Top makes more money in 1 year than I will probably make in my life.
Carrot Top stacking money tops,
stacking bills.
Nothing
wrong with that hustle right there.
Absolutely, man.
Shout out Carrot Top.
Shout out.
Hope you're doing good.
He's I'm doing fine, guys.
I'm doing great. Did you see these guns?
See these guns, bro? Who else got buff? It's Chris Pratt's an obvious one. Yeah. That guy was always very handsome. It was even when he was chubby, it was hey, he's just a little bit out of shape. I don't know that guy. I was well, I can't believe it. It's yeah, I don't know.
I can't believe the good-looking dude that was chubby's good-looking even more when he's hot.
He like worked out for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He's like really good-looking now. I think that's why he was an actor, wasn't it? Because he was good-looking. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you don't get to be an actor
and
not be semi-attractive unless you're Kevin from The Office.
Unless you're Kevin from The Office, man, I love Kevin from The Office so much. When Kevin, there's that episode where he's losing his like his parking spot or something like that, but it's really bumming him out, and they have to like call a meeting with all the bosses of Scranton, and in the end they get him, they get it, they get their spot back, and Kevin starts talking about his fiance that left him, and he's like, it just felt great to win one. He breaks down for a second. Oh man, I've watched that and just cried before. Oh, man. So good. I love The Office. I assume you're a big Office guy.
Oh,
as well.
I love The Office.
So great. One of the best.
One of those series that you could just watch anytime. Just you randomly pick an episode. You're always gonna have fun.
What happens with me? I'll randomly pick an episode, but then it starts again, and I'm like, I just gotta keep watching from this point forward, and then I'll watch the whole series again from whatever that point is, and then get to the end of the series and be kind of sad because I'm like, ah, shit, I don't have any more of them. And I'll watch the episodes leading up to that and be like, oh, that's right, the seasons before that were so funny too. And then be where I was and be like, well, shit, I can't believe I just watched The Office again for like the 9th time. That's crazy. How's my life have The Office like 15 times as a series in it? Yeah. It's weird.
It's very weird.
Netflix did that to you, I guess.
Yeah, Michael Scott is just
best.
You can't not watch.
He's the best. I mean, yeah, when he leaves the show, I mean, my gosh, what's the point?
Yeah, the whole show just goes.
His ender's so good too. The way he leaves and like Pam just thinks she's gonna see him. That's a great episode. Shout out to The Office.
Shout out Office. Thank you for all the memories.
Thank you for the memories, guys.
Thanks for the memories. All right, so. You're a big cartridge guy.
Yeah, I love them.
But you also mentioned you really like GLW flower. So are you doing joints? Do you do bongs? What do you do?
Probably if I'm smoking, I guess it's funny. I'm thinking myself traditionally as like probably a old bowl pie person. You know what I mean? But with joints these days, I do find myself increasingly probably smoking the pre-rolls more than anything else, just out of sheer convenience. Because in the end, I find myself using the pen so much. When I would be smoking a bowl, I find myself just pretty much smoking using my pen. So I guess probably their pre-rolls, but man, I feel like I don't want to say it because like their bud's so beautiful and so great. Like I'm like you should still try that too.
Yeah, I mean they have
don't be like me.
Their pre-rolls though. I mean like that's a perfect price, and you're getting an amazing pesticide-free all flower.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they're selling them for so cheap.
It's crazy. People come in and they're like, "What's a good price one?" And I'm like, "Well, you can get this one for $5. It's a full gram with like, was it good?" I'm like, "It's actually kind of the best."
Yeah,
it's weird. I don't know. You should take advantage of it.
Yeah, yeah. It's
just a very, very good deal.
Unless you're specifically looking for a farm, you're not going to get a better joint than the GLW.
I can't think of a better full gram pre-roll off the top of my head.
All flower.
All flower.
Pesticide free.
All
and it has to meet those qualities for $5.
Yeah. They're all killer, no filler.
All killer, no filler. I like that.
I'm afraid to do it.
They're just killing the game.
They're beautiful people.
Beautiful, beautiful men.
With beautiful men. And women.
And flowers.
And flowers over there. Diverse crew. They're the best.
Diverse. Did you go to the tour?
I haven't had a chance yet. I'm an old guy going back to school. So
that's right.
I sadly am often in class when we have many of our tours. I don't get a chance to go. I hear like amazing things. There's one recently, and everybody from the Northside store was like great. Up there.
I love GLW's farm, and they've just built it out even more, and going to be able to offer more consistency of their drops. It's going to be great. But so you're going back to school, but you have had a very interesting career. You used to work for like North by Northwest.
Yeah, I used to work in the film industry, but like as like a crew person. So like North by was like the Spokane crew, but like I never like necessarily worked for them. I just like worked on movies that they were like doing.
Okay. Yeah. I always wondered how that worked. You were like an independent contractor.
Essentially, that's the best way to think of it. Crew members are like independent contractors that are hired for the production, which is kind of like the contract itself, like
yeah,
whatever that would be. Yeah, did that for like for almost 10 years.
And you worked on Z Nation.
Did Transpo on season 1 and season 3 of Z Nation.
Who did you like transport all the big stars and all that, or
on the movies I worked with? Yeah, I you know North By's movies are or the movies done in this region are often a little bit more modest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like often everybody would be working on everybody. So I primarily just did transportation, and that would be getting there from place to place. But yeah, I usually work with everybody. Everybody was pretty cool. It was all right. I got to meet some of the Spokane standards. Cuba Gooding Jr. was a face in Spokane for quite a while, and like Cuba, it's kind of cool. I think he's what you hope. He's like a big personality. He's a lot like the guy. Jerry Maguire won Academy Award, right? Like he might just be that dude. And I think that's cool. Did you watch People vs. OJ?
Yeah, he was amazing.
Badass in that, man. Like he doesn't look anything like OJ. He didn't even really sound like OJ, but he had like this
presence.
It was like threatening and sad, and he was yeah. So yeah, that was cool.
Did you drive? I think his name is DJ Quayle.
DJ Qual? Yeah,
Qual,
sure,
yeah.
Sure.
I love him. He is he's like
the new
that
guy.
The
motherfucking new guy.
He was like the nerd guy growing up, and I was just always like, I feel that guy.
Sure, yeah. I remember thinking he was hilarious in Road Trip.
Yeah.
Remember that movie? I thought that was so funny. He's like a boner in like 2 scenes of that movie. That's great. That was cool.
Yeah, and then he hooks up with all the girls at the that one sorority.
Well, he hooks up with one girl.
Oh, is it just sorority. One girl at the sorority?
Yeah, but it's like real romantic. They like meet out in like the back at like a swing or something like that, and she's like a big beautiful lady, and he talks about boinking her the next day and everything. Oh boy, I saw that movie when I was like 13 years old, and I just like went in. It was back when you could just see R-rated movies. I like went with my brother. And we were like 2, and they just like let us in to see it.
Your younger brother?
Yeah, me and my younger brother. Yeah, absolutely.
That's hilarious.
I'm fucking. That's the thing about those pens. You're like hitting them, and they're mild hitting.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's fine. And then you'll be talking to somebody who's also using one. You keep hitting it.
Yeah.
And then like 15 minutes later, you're like, oh, you know what? I'm stoned. That's happened to me. What were we saying before that was so fun? Oh, DJ Qual. That's
DJ
right.
Qual, yeah.
Now, he was cool enough. I played when I barely even talked to that guy. I was just a van driver, you know what I mean? But he that Frank Ocean album came out, that last one. I didn't fucking know what it was called, and I was listening to that song Nike, and it has like those weird like he has like weird voice like auto tunes that are like really almost obnoxious, but kind of like awesome, I guess. And he was just like, yeah, I don't like this at all. That was like our only interaction, and I remember just being like, oh. Not open my the new music apparently. Should talk to the kids, man. They're like into this stuff. That's the funny thing about going back to school. Like the kids are really into Frank. Like I got into Frank Ocean a couple years ago because I like read him on like on social media sites and was like, oh, who's this like awesome like progressive like R&B star with like interesting and like unusual voice, cool. Not even realizing that's like what like 17-year-olds listen to. So like I was taking like a philosophy class and there was like an 8-year-old kid who was like quoting Frank Ocean lyrics and like, man, it's the truth. And it was just like, oh man, I'm so fucking old. Oh my god, I'm like, this is like obscure, interesting music, and it's cool. It's like, and it is that, but it's also not that. It's like it's very known. Obviously, the last guy in the room.
Yeah, it's
shout out to Frank Ocean. Hey,
shout out Frank Ocean.
That's
how you doing, man?
Very nice music.
Great music.
Delightful.
The kids love it.
Kids love it. The kids, and especially in a philosophy class at SFCC. They find it delightful.
Man, just the falls, man. That takes me back.
Oh man, you don't take it back. Going there again.
Yeah,
that'll take you right back. It's a trip. I went to school right out of high school and just didn't go for very long. And I lived on Lower South Hill and would like sometimes walk to school or walk to the bus station and go to school and all those memories. And now years later, like I moved away for like 8 years and coming back. I live pretty close to that apartment now in that same neighborhood, and I'll be like going to school and just be like, "This is I'm in my 30s. This feels weird. Like it's all those like same memories from like years and years ago." But it's a great campus. It's nice.
Yeah, it looks like they've really improved it since I went there.
They got a planetarium.
Yeah, I've been in that. That's a nice little.
I'm almost done there. I have to take one more science class, and I'm taking a astrology class, so I can enjoy or astronomy.
Astronomy, yeah, not astrology.
Oh boy.
Did they go over that the very first day?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out. They're gonna be like, listen, if you think this is astrology, it's not. And get out of here.
I took astronomy and I did it online, but like in the syllabus and in the first like reading module, it was like, this is not astrology.
Please.
This is the study of stars, not astrological signs. Do not take this class if you are expecting to learn about horoscopes.
Enough emails, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you into that kind of thing, the horoscope, that kind of stuff?
No, my girlfriend loves it, though.
Oh, really? Really?
She'll just read it to me and I'll be like, I mean, that was the most generic thing you've ever said.
That's what they do. That's what they do. It hits these very, like, general ideas. One of my coworkers is into it. Actually, all my coworkers seem to be into it. And she sent me, like, a whole big packet on, like, my Libra sign. And it's, like, I'm an egomaniac, so I read it, and I still found things to relate to. So I got, like, kind of choked up reading some of it. But it was still, like, it's just a scam, man. Like, I'm just selling what I want to read, you know. That's...
Yeah.
Or not. Don't get mad from the astrology folks.
Yeah.
You don't want to piss off big astrology.
No.
That's a group you do not want to anger.
No, they mean business.
They mean biz. Especially the cancers, I think.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you gotta watch out for.
You gotta watch out for them.
I mean, one of my amazing coworkers will always be like, "Oh, that must be a cancer." And I'm like, it seems like cancers are the one you don't want to be.
Yeah.
They're the cranky ones. Look at you. The pops was a cancer.
Man. Jeez.
I know. Blow you away. Yeah.
Well, Cancer astrology people.
Hey, big shout out.
And smoke some more weed and maybe you'll be happier?
Yeah, don't punch me. If you're fighting, don't fight it somewhere else. That's what I say. Whenever I see a fight, I always say, hey, fight it somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Somewhere else, man.
Not taking a stand on it. Just fight it somewhere else.
Fight it somewhere else. This is not the place.
This is not the place. This is like you're in a boxing ring. Nope, not the place, guys. Take it somewhere else. Oh, boy.
Man. All right, so GLW.
That dabs.
Flower.
Yeah.
What else? Do you do a lot of edibles?
Not really. Not really.
Because we were talking a little bit before we started about edibles, and it's like, big guy, you gotta watch out for it. All the calories. You like the capsules.
I like the caps. I think we're gonna start seeing more ways to prepare your own edibles in the future. You know, we've started to see companies who are putting out like cooking oils, like coconut oil and things like that are fully infused. And I think we're going to start seeing more things in that vein because, you know, marijuana or cannabis, apparently we don't say marijuana anymore.
Yeah, it's racist.
It's racist. And it is. I'm not even trying to do it, but I can't help it. I still say marijuana. Marijuana.
It's just ingrained in
cannabis. It's like an herbaceous flavor, you know what I mean? So I guess that's the other thing about when it's with the sweets. I just think they don't really work that good together. One time I had a infused pesto. It was banging. You know what I mean? Like the weed flavor was actually really. And some people really like how pot tastes. And this, I think they would something like that they would fucking love because those flavors like work together. And and I think you're gonna start seeing more things catering towards that in the near future.
Yeah.
And I think that based on only my random thinking.
No, I would agree with you.
I think it's coming.
I did a post on our Instagram of some Green Baker like cooking oil.
Yes, that's the oil I was thinking of.
That had like 6 or 7 different people like commenting and tagging friends, being like, "We should try this out." I think it's super cool.
It was real popular when we carried it.
I really hope that someone comes out with like a gourmet like cupcake or something like that. You know, like you see them in like Vegas and other places where they can allow that stuff, and it's just like, I want to try one of those cupcakes or one of those nice cakes and pies.
That is going to be the thing. You know, it's cannabis retail is like kind of the only game in town right now with how people are getting cannabis to them. But like you can't but think we're not too far away from the time we'll be getting like craft foods where they'll be making like incredible, like how many cupcake stores are out there, or like, you know, cupcake specialty shops are out there that just make cupcakes. The idea of those kind of places that can have infused products, you know, I think that'd be so exciting. I think it's likely going to be happening in some respects as well. I also look forward to, you know, we're talking about, you know, we had a company tour of GLW. Wouldn't it be great if like we can get to the point where like we can have the way you can tour like Arborcrest or something like that, where you can go there, public can go there, and they can even sample small amounts of product and things like that. Like that's the future I'm excited for. You know,
GLW is actually set up like, I mean, like they don't have like a facility for that, but like it's built on a vineyard.
Is it really?
Yeah,
it's built on a vineyard, I gotta go see that place.
It's gorgeous out there.
Is this your water?
Yeah,
I'm gonna drink some. Can I drink some of your water? Let me get a little.
Try that.
Let me get a little of that water.
Shout out the great PNW. Send me free stuff. I'll wear it.
Oh yeah.
I will wear all of the great PNW stuff.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to me. I'll also take things.
We'll also take all the free stuff that you want to send us.
You have to say about me. I'll also take things. You know,
we're looking for a water sponsorship though. So
oh god, who wouldn't want a good water sponsorship?
I mean, just like that's the future right there.
Water sponsorship. That is a sad. That's I guess.
Sad truth.
Getting real on talking future. That is true. Oh man, it's gonna be like fucking Quantum of Solace in no time, man. Just fucking fighting over water.
Why not? That's actually my favorite
Daniel Craig movie. You know what? I don't know if I don't completely agree with that. Or I don't know if that makes any sense what I just said. But I kind of agree with you.
I mean, like, it's not like a James Bond movie.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's...
But maybe none of his ones are very good.
I mean, like, they're great action movies.
At times, when they're not very boring.
But yeah, I think Quantum of Solace was the one that I really, really enjoyed.
I remember thinking it was cool, too. I remember really enjoying that one as well. I remember thinking Casino Royale had, like, really awesome moments. And fucking, what's his name? Mads Mikkelsen, or whatever.
I'm terrible with names.
Do you know what I'm talking about, though? That he was the bad guy.
Yeah.
And then he was Hannibal. You ever watch Hannibal?
No.
Hannibal is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Anybody that's never seen Hannibal, it's not that popular. It wasn't. I don't know how. I obviously it's got a cult following, but it didn't have like that full crossover success. It was on NBC. That show was more violent and gory than Game of Thrones.
Really?
It is. The gore is beautiful and insane. It's all these different monsters of the week where people will be like paralyzed and turned into mushrooms in a realistic fashion, or like. There's a villain he's like just a real villain, you know. There's a killer who is like a cello player, and he turns people into cellos because like there's catgut string is a thing. They use catguts to make it's like an old traditional way of making like strings for like violins and cellos, and he was doing it with people, and when like they were playable instruments, and it would be like unbelievably gory. But beautiful too. It was really crazy. I recommend anybody wants a good violent stab 'em up. Check it out. And mildly homoerotic. It's weird. I get the guy's name Will Graham, who's have you seen Red Dragons where Ed Norton played, and it's him and Hannibal, and the relationship is more it's intense. It's good. You'll like it. It's fantastic. The thumbs up.
Check it out.
It's a Brian Fuller show.
Okay.
Who apparently is a thing. I'm not aware. He did the show. Dead Like Me, I think. And people, it's like another cult following.
Yeah, that's a big one, yeah.
He seems to be one of those guys who's like famous for not doing things. He's always like attached to stuff and then doesn't do it.
That's always good.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Do you like it?
I thought it was amazing. You didn't like it?
No, I thought it was fucking dumb.
Man.
Dumb.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
So what didn't you like about it?
A lot of it, honestly.
Yeah?
I didn't like Pennywise.
Really?
Didn't find him. I mean, Pennywise is real spooky. I'm probably gonna get into spoiler territory.
Hashtag. We'll put a spoiler thing.
Mild spoilers on that.
Spoilers
I'll try to keep it
here.
to a min, but like, the most frightening thing he does and does a lot is jazz hands. Like a lot. He's always like, I'm here. Now I'm here.
I love the way they did that, though. It was a weird way of moving.
Why? Yeah. Why would they do that so much? When they like there's like one part where like, I don't even know what the fuck's happening. It's when I can't remember when it's happening, but like he's like dancing for a little bit. Not a fan of that either.
The night after the night after I watched it, or not the night after, the night of I watched it.
The night of it?
Yeah, I went to the bathroom and I came back and like, you know, like how like you're always even at 30, I'm still thinking it's still there.
Oh, sure.
And so, like,
sure.
I just remember being like, that fucking clown's just gonna be dancing in that Yeah, just super weird, but I thought it was very good. But so, what kind of horror films do you like?
Boy, I feel like I just saw something. I like a lot of kind of horror movies. You know, I mean, John Carpenter movies are like probably the movies that made me into movies are the reason I like directors, I guess, or was fascinated by what that is because I saw like John Carpenter's The Thing as a kid, and was like, who is this John Carpenter? You know, if this is badass and Kurt Russell's amazing, who's John Carpenter? And followed his movies and I just love them all so much. God, I'm trying to think. I saw something. The new season of Black Mirror has some excellent horror in it.
Does it?
Yeah, absolutely. I love how horror is. I mean, I think it's okay. Back to It. I love that It is a big budget, like tentpole release movie that's getting the attention. Like, I like that kind of thing. That makes me think of The Shining or some Guillermo del Toro movies. You know, like just like a movie. They're just, I don't know, they just got like a budget behind it. Like, I do think that's amazing. I love that kind of stuff. The Shining is another example of, like, I mean, there's probably not a better horror movie than The Shining. The Shining's fucking incredible. What else? I just watched Good Time the other day. Have you seen that yet?
What's Good Time?
That Robert Pattinson movie where...
is he a vampire in it?
He is not a vampire in it, but he is a soul destroyer. It's you should check it out. It's cool. It's by no means a horror movie. It's about a guy who's... his brother is like mentally handicapped, and he like loves him, but he's like essentially very abusive of him and uses him in like petty crimes. And they like rob a bank that goes wrong, and their brother gets arrested. Then it's him just trying to raise bail to get his brother out of jail in like a 2-day period. But it's so dark and like so chaotic, and the energy is so bizarre in it, and it's crazy. And like I love movies that do things like that like peek into something darker and scary, like like season 1 of True Detective had moments like that. Like I love that kind of thing. I love season 1 of True Detective. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, oh man,
so great. I'm looking forward to season 3. I hope it's good.
I hope that they go back to like the American Gothic type of horror with it, because like that to me was the scariest thing, because that there are people in power that have the ability to do that.
That's
stuff.
the most disappointing aspect to me of season 1 is they don't get more to that power structure that they hint at that's supporting all that is so fascinating.
Yeah,
that's the best part of season 1. That the way they would talk about like Cthulhu and that darker, heavier presence, and then there was like these like government structure, these like people in power who are kind of like the physical representation of that.
Yeah,
so that stuff was so great. I'll tell you why I'm excited for season 3 though. That dude who they got in it, I'm gonna fucking butcher his name, but he won an Academy Award for Moonlight. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know who's in season 3 yet.
It's a bunch of people, but one of the two leads is the guy who won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in Moonlight. He plays like the father figure to the
I know who you're talking about.
Guy.
Yeah, he's super good.
You saw Moonlight?
I didn't see Moonlight, but I know who you're talking
wonderful.
about.
You should check out Moonlight. Moonlight is fantastic.
That's what I've heard.
I can't recommend it enough. That movie, it's like a specific story that has such universal like themes to it. I feel like anybody would find things to relate to in that movie. But like that guy's awesome, and one the guy that got to be like directing some of the episodes of the new season 3 is the guy that did Green Room and Blue Ruin. Did you see Green Room with Anton Yelchin? I think his name was. The guy died a couple years ago. Fucking check out Green Room.
Yeah.
And Patrick Stewart. Fucking check out Green Room. Green Room is hard goddamn core. It is about a hardcore punk band. It's on a tour in Portland, but they're like like a basic, like old school, like really idealistic punk band. Like they don't have any online presence. They're like siphoning gas from cars to keep the tour going and just like, sleeping on the floor in places. And then they're like, something happens and they're gonna have to. The tour's gonna have to end. They have no way of continuing. And then they get an opportunity where we can play at this like Aryan Nation, like extreme, like far right and far left skinheads show. And they're like, they don't support that like ideology, but they need the money and whatever, and they go and play it, and then they see something, and shit gets real. Ooh. It's one of those movies that's so violent, you're just like, things happen, you're like, oh, I'm scarred. Ew, the violence is in me. It's very gruesome. Patrick Stewart is a skinhead leader.
Wow.
It's crazy. He's awesome. He's kind of the worst part in many ways. He's fucking Patrick Stewart. You love him. And he's saying like the N-word and stuff. You're just like, I don't know. You're Professor X, man.
Right. Yeah. Don't be doing that.
You're not. I know.
You're Picard.
They should have got. You know. It's funny. I feel like sometimes when there's like obvious British people playing like Southerners in American movies, I'm always like, come on, guys. There's a bunch of other American dudes out there. I'm not gonna not think that's Patrick Stewart there. You know, come on. But anyways, that guy's amazing, and that movie's amazing. And so I don't know. That makes me excited for the new season. I hope that show's good.
Nice.
I'm so off subject. You asked me if I like horror movies. I'm like, I should tell you about the season that doesn't exist yet.
No, you know what? That's the point of these videos.
Yeah.
It's your time to shine.
Blame it on. I say blame it on the cart.
Blame it on the green crack.
Blame it on the green crack, baby.
Man. Blame it on the green crack.
Baby. That's the only way to live.
What is even happening? I need to get a doctor.
No, man, that's what I do every time. That's the way
I don't know if I'd smoke weed if I did that every time.
That's what people keep telling me. They're like, you're not doing well. And I'm like, nah, man, you don't know. Because it's good to me.
If every time you smoke weed, it's like you did a 1,000-degree dab, you might be doing it wrong.
That's like definitely the first time I did a dab. It was just like the hottest goddamn thing in the world. And it burned me from inside to outside. And I was just like, this might not be for me, guys. I moved to Seattle and never did a dab before, and then my buddies that lived in Seattle were like doing dabs, and I like came in their apartment, and I had them in their apartment before, and I was like new to the city, and they were like doing dabs, and I was like, what? What's going on, guys? Like
like they had the blowtorch out and all that.
And they were blowtorching each other. It was weird.
That's what happens in Seattle.
That's apparently they're like every time you do a dab, you gotta go blow, blow, blow. Yeah. And heat it up and just smoke.
You gotta know the pain that your nail feels.
That's their grunge culture over there, man. They love
it.
It's cloudy.
Man, I remember the first time I did a dab. Like I remember, like they heated it up with one of those giant propane tanks.
Oh,
and
the camp thing or whatever.
And I was in the basement of. Well, I don't want to exactly say where I was, but so I was in a place with like some people, and, like it was just super weird. And
always
they pull out like a giant ass bong. This was like I had a wax pen that I used, and that was like my introduction to marijuana was like a wax pen.
And wax pens truly seem lighter somehow. Too. You just don't quite. Yeah. So sure.
So they pull out the giant bong with the torch. And they're doing it, and I'm just like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Just like, and so they, they cool it down, and I take the hit, and then I'm like, do I pull this? Because that's what you're used to. And then like the nail, and so I'm like reaching for it, like making this motion as I'm going like that to like ask. The dude just slaps my hand out of the way.
Sure.
Just like, man,
that dude saved your life. That would have been
because I've heard several people say that they've pulled the nail before.
My buddy did that, just grabbed it, and it's just like, I hate even thinking about it. It's so terrible.
Yeah.
I hate burning myself.
But now I've got an e-nail.
Those things are so good. People, those things are nice, man. I like those deals. Shout out to e-nails.
Shout out e-nails.
What you got like a real professional. You got like a plug-in one, don't you? I was thinking of the ones people make fun of. Those. Shout out to your e-nail. Those things are fucking amazing.
What's the e-nail that you're talking about?
They're like electric, but they're like little. I'm fucking.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I wish I could think of the name right now, but they vary in quality, and some of them are fucking fine.
Some of them are really nice, and some of them are crappy.
Some of them are pretty crappy.
Yeah, and that's the problem is that like it's not even necessarily like the price. Like you're buying a crappy one.
Absolutely.
I've tried buying those before, and it's like you spend $150, and you're like, this is all I'm gonna need. And it doesn't work very well.
Yeah. You do it like 3 times, like this is fucking great, and then it's like always like I don't think it's getting hot enough in there. Yeah.
But yeah, I have like a full plug-in setup one.
That's the way. That's the proper way, of course.
It's so nice. You just leave it set up, and when you want to do a dab. Just you don't have to break out because my girlfriend didn't like the blowtorch at all, and like I mean, like, I don't know how you can introduce people to dabbing with a blowtorch.
Yeah, like, dude, it's not even a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, it's easier to be like, here's a joint. You've been conditioned to see, you know, joints and stuff. No one's conditioned to be like, let's break out the blowtorch.
Yeah, unless they were like, I've only smoked crack. I've always been afraid to try pot. I did love crack, though.
Did love crack.
And still do. That's why we're also smoking crack.
Don't smoke crack, kids.
Yeah, guys, like, legit, don't do it. It's not
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Say no.
Yeah, just say no to crack.
And that's my message, man.
That's what I like about you.
Say no to crack. Unless it's green crack, and then it's delicious.
And then it is delicious. That's another one of those things that's going to have to, like, change their name. Just, you're not going to be able to, like, be sold in, like, a...
Wait, green crack? Change them? Yeah. Well, so someone told me Space Queen is, like, the exact same phenotype.
Okay.
So I've seen more and more strains going by Space Queen. But, I don't know. Did you hear the thing with Snoop Dogg and green crack? Have you heard that story?
Yeah, I've heard that he's the one that named it.
Yeah. I thought that was fascinating. In case you don't know, I didn't know. It was Cam, the professor at Northside Store, that told me. Well, I guess we. Now I feel bad that I'm telling the story. You ever start a story and you're like, we should just cut bait on this story, just get right out of town with it. Snoop Dogg named green crack is the point of the story.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg also came up with the name Chronic.
Really?
Yeah. He thought they came to him and they're like, this is grown by hydroponics.
Oh.
And he thought they said, this is grown with chronic. And so he's like, man, the chronic's great.
That's true, really?
Yeah.
What a mark.
Yeah.
Man. Snoop Dogg's awesome.
So, movies to me are one of my favorite things to do when I'm high.
Absolutely.
And I have to say, like, when I watched The Revenant when I got super high one time, like, it changed my life. I felt like I figured out, you know, like, you just always have to be trying to strive forward to, you know, meet your goal, and you can't just rest. You got to keep going. And I just remember being like, this is incredible. Have you ever had any of those moments where you're just like...
Sure. Have you? Oh God, I'm trying to think of one. I mean, I don't know. I remember watching Mad Max Fury Road for like the third or fourth time, and I was home alone. The lady was out of town or something. So if that's usually the case, I'm probably grilling myself bro steak and like getting drunk alone, and was watching Mad Max on HBO. And I was watching it and you know just loving it. And something about the War Boys, and they were like, witness, when they would die.
Witness me.
And they would all like, they would witness them, and I just connected to it in such a way, and I was just like, it's just beautiful. They're dying men, and then they're witnessed. Who isn't trying to be witnessed in a moment? And like, yeah, just like it. Yeah. That changes the game, man. Fucking Fury Road, that movie is fantastic.
That's an amazing movie.
Revenant is fucking awesome too. I love Revenant. I love fucking Fury Road. It's so fucking amazing.
Fury Road was so good. Fury Road got ruined for me a little bit though when I went to the movie. They didn't show it in the right aspect because they had just changed. They had just changed projectors.
Oh no!
And I went and talked to the guy at the very beginning of it, and I was like, "This is not the right aspect." I had just graduated from film school or whatever, so I'm just like,
I'm sure he loved that.
Yeah,
like,
so I'm just like,
film school?
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, first off, sir, this is not a 235, this is a 185. I know for a fact. And he's like, all right, well, I'll check in and see if it's right, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. And so, like, I just remember watching the whole movie just pissed off because they didn't show it correctly.
That's a tragedy, man. That sucks. I would be very upset if they fucked up Fury Road for me.
And then I bought it on 4K Blu-ray. Got super stoned. So good.
4K.
So good.
Living life.
I don't even have a nice 4K TV. Just like one of the crappy Black Friday.
Old school tube TV.
Yeah, it's an old school tube TV. Weighs like 1,000 pounds.
Weighs like 1,000 pounds. Oh, man. Yeah.
I remember, one time someone being like, when I moved to California and I didn't have anything, and they're just like, oh, man, we got a TV for you. One of those giant TVs, and you're just like, I did not want this.
My dad gave me like his HD. My dad got like the last tube TV that was it was like an HD TV that was still a tube television, so it was 1080i, you know, and it fucking weighed like 1 billion pounds. It's like, it's yours, and I was like, well, I don't want it. It's like, hey, you gotta get it out of here is what I'm saying. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. And then I fucking kept it, and so then for like years I couldn't get rid of it because like I put it in the basement and it was really hard getting it down there, so it's probably gonna be there forever. I think that house, I think I might just left it there. If I'm not mistaken. I was like, it's haunted, you deal with it.
It's haunted.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. Alright, bud. So we've discovered that you like all strings, just depends on the time.
Yeah.
We've known each other since 3rd grade.
Known each other for a real long time.
You work at Cinder North.
Cinder North all day, baby.
You have been in the film industry for 10 years, you said?
Yeah, I did. I worked in the film industry as mostly transportation.
Still in the film industry.
I
went to film school. Never been in the film industry.
Well, you know, that makes you a piece of shit to me.
It makes me a piece of shit, yeah.
You know, I am a higher class of person.
You're a higher class of person. You didn't even have to go to school.
Didn't even do it. That was always a thing people would always joke about on set, because it would be everybody, because all those jobs you get from just knowing somebody.
Yeah.
That's how it was for me. My roommate at the time was Buddy, went to school with the second AD, who was for some reason tasked with getting van drivers. And then I made buddies with the transpo guy.
Yep.
Yada, you know, the rest is history. And that's it. But everyone would joke about, like, yeah, I spent, like, you know, 6 years. There'll be, like, dudes who are like, yeah, I was, like, I dropped out of, like, law school and then went to film school. And I'm, like, just a grip still. And it's just, like, a funny thing. Like, yeah, not that I'm just a drip. Some of them were, like, that's all they wanted to do.
Yeah.
But it would just be funny, like, you know, some of us were just dudes. A lot of us would just be, like, creeps who were, like, just knew a guy, you know what I mean, as well. So it's a great mix of those kind of people.
Yeah, I never knew anyone, so I can never get hired.
Yeah, that's it. You have to know somebody.
You have to know someone.
Like everything, you just have to know somebody.
Just got to know someone. Well, bud, it was fun smoking weed with you for the first time. We're going to cheers one last time.
Dink.
Dink. It was good hanging out with you, man. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment below. Let Seth know about how amazing he is.
Yeah.
Hope you guys have an amazing day.
People are, like, always nice about these things, right?
They're always nice.
Okay,
no
perfect.
one's ever mean on the internet.
Okay, good. Because I'm a little sensitive. I would have a hard time with that.
I would hate it if anyone was ever mean.
I just open things up.
Have yourself a good one, guys.